Nigel Farage built his whole platform on one promise: leave the EU and Britain will be better off. He told us it would mean sovereignty and more money for public services and control of our borders. He painted the EU as a problem and him as a solution. Millions bought the dream. The truth is painfully clear. The UK economy has shrunk relative to its neighbours. Trade barriers have made imports and exports more expensive. Farming and fishing, the industries he claimed to defend, have been left in chaos. Businesses can't get the staff they need and inflation has soared. Far from controlling borders, the system has collapsed. Before Brexit, the UK was part of the Dublin regulation, a system that allowed us to return asylum seekers to the first EU country they entered. Brexit tore us out of that framework. Now there is no return mechanism. That's why the small boat crisis has exploded since 2016. The crisis is not about asylum seekers suddenly appearing. It's about the UK cutting itself off from the very agreements that helped manage the situation. Farage thrives on scapegoating. He shouts about illegal migrants while knowing full well that seeking asylum is a right under international law, including treaties that the UK signed after the Second World War. He twists the law, deliberately mislabels people, and spreads fear. This isn't about truth, it's about creating enemies. And now Farage says that if he's elected, he'll remove the UK from the European Court of Human Rights. His excuse is it will give Britain the power to deal with so-called illegals. But leaving this doesn't just strip protections from refugees, it strips them from all of us. Your right to a fair trial, to free speech, to family life, to protest. Ask yourself, do you trust Farage with fewer human rights checks on government power? Brexit was his big con. The small boats crisis is a direct consequence of it. And now he asks for even more power by ripping away rights that protect ordinary people. My grandfather once said that I've never met a con man that I didn't like, but liking the act doesn't change the fact that you've been conned. And if you don't learn from the con, you'll be conned again.